All right, a new golf season is just around the corner. And you know what that means? New gear. Today, we're digging into a release that's already making some serious waves for 2025, the Callaway Elite Irons. Now, Callaway's obviously a giant, but some might say they've kind of lost their way a bit lately. So the big question is, does this Elite family mark a huge comeback? Let's get into it.
Okay, let's just start with this, because it's a pretty powerful first impression from the initial review. I mean, before anyone's even hit a single ball, the first thing people are talking about is the rack appeal. In a market that is absolutely packed, how a club looks really matters, and it seems like Callaway has totally nailed it this time.
So what is it about the look that's got everyone so excited? Well, it's not that they're flashy or super futuristic. Actually, it's pretty much the opposite. It's all about tapping into a legacy.
Yeah, for anyone who's been a Callaway fan for a while, this design is going to feel familiar. It's a throwback to some of their most legendary clubs, like the X Forged and the classic X14s. It's just a clean, classy, confidence-inspiring shape that doesn't scream game improvement or look all that clunky. The whole idea seems to be to blend that timeless look with all the modern tech and power, making an iron that pretty much any golfer would be proud to have in their bag.
Okay, so moving past the looks, the philosophy behind the ELYTE family is where things get really, really interesting. Callaway has brought out 3 different models, but they're not breaking them down in the way you might expect. Let's take a look at the core idea here.
So here it is. You've got the standard, the powerful X, and the high-launch HL head. Now look at the lofts. They're only 1 degree apart from each other. The X is the strongest, for more distance, obviously, while the HL has the most loft to help you get that ball up in the air nice and easy. It's a really subtle, but absolutely crucial design choice.
And this right here is the whole point. Callaway is trying to change the conversation from, hey, what's your handicap, to what kind of ball flight do you actually need? And by making all 3 models look almost identical, they're taking the ego right out of the fitting process. So a great player who needs a higher launch won't be turned off by the look of the HL model, and a higher handicap player can gain that sleek standard model if the numbers work. It's all about the data, period.
So you're probably wondering, how does Callaway get 3 really different performance packages out of club heads that look so similar? Well, the answer, as you might guess, is all about the tech that's baked right into the club face.
Look, Callaway has been on this AI train for years now. And the thing to remember is that the AI just keeps getting smarter. With tons more data from millions and millions of swings, it can now create these super optimized faces. The face on the HL is tuned specifically for high launch, while the face on the X is all about raw ball speed. It's like having a custom-tuned engine under the hood for each iron.
Okay, so let's see how all this tech talk translates into real-world numbers. The reviewer put all 3 7-irons on a TrackMan to see what's what. Let's see what the data told us.
Well, no real surprises on the distance side of things. The stronger lofted X model did exactly what it's supposed to do, pumping out a massive 190 yards of carry. That's a full 10 yards longer than the standard model. And the HL, even with more loft, still put up a really impressive 183 yards. So, yeah, all 3 of these are long.
But, distance is only half the battle. You gotta be able to stop the ball, right? And this is where the HL model just shines. A land angle of 51 degrees, that is crazy steep. It means the ball is coming down super soft and stopping quick, which is a lifesaver for players who struggle to hold greens, especially with those longer irons.
So, let's put it all together. We've got amazing looks, a really smart new philosophy, and data that actually backs up all the claims. So, what's the final takeaway? What does this mean for you when you walk into a golf shop next year?
Probably the biggest win with this new approach is how perfect they are for creating combo sets. Since the clubs all look so similar, you can easily mix and match. Maybe you need the HL in your 4 and 5 iron to get the ball up, but then you transition to the standard model in your shorter irons for more feel and control. The key, and this is super important, is to work with a fitter to get the lofts blended perfectly so your gapping is spot on.
And here's the other thing that really matters, the price. The reviewer pointed out that at around £950 for a set of 6, these irons are going to be really, really competitive in the 2025 market. Getting this level of performance and looks without that crazy premium price tag, that's a very attractive combo.
The final verdict from the early look is just incredibly strong. This isn't being seen as just another yearly update. People are calling it a potential turning point for Callaway's iron lineup, one that could put them right back on top of the whole market.
So we'll leave you with this thought. Callaway's whole ELYTE strategy is this fascinating move away from ego and labels, focusing only on performance.
And if it works, if it's successful, it could signal a huge change in how all golf clubs are designed, fitted, and sold from here on out. It's definitely one to keep an eye on.